Well, good morning and welcome to Christmas Jumper Day. And it's day 11 of the Advent calendar. If you've joined us from that, I'm messing around with the camera while I speak to you. So it is, let's just check you can see me. I think you can see me. I think you can see me quite well. I put you up higher than normal. It might be unbelievable. So we're a little bit early coming in just to make sure the link worked, and it did. So welcome. I'm going to carry on playing with you a little bit. Yeah, that's better. So I hope I find you all well. And it's the special approaching Christmas version. We've got the lights, we've got the bag, and we've only got a couple of Christmas songs, okay? We'll just build them in gradually. And as a natural Scrooge, I understand those of you who are moaning at this moment, but this year we've got to make an effort, haven't we? So I've got my Christmas jumper day. Well, it's Christmas jumper, I think, for Save the Children. So if I tap that, it sparkles a bit. It'll stay on for approximately 3 seconds until I get so hot I'll have to take it off. So we've suddenly got heating in this house, and I don't like it. Right, so how are we, she says, swallowing. How are we? Are we feeling well? I know a couple of you have emailed in this week saying, I'm not really sure if I should do class or not. I think if in doubt, if you're feeling, not yourself, if you're feeling poorly, maybe give it a miss and do it another time. You can come back into YouTube and access it at a later time or day. If you have injured yourself or if you've got an injury, you might want to, if it's very recent, also give it a miss. If you're coming back into things, just move slowly, maybe cut down the range of movement and build into it gently. Otherwise, if you're feeling raring to go, great. So what we're going to need for this session today, you might need a chair if you like to do some of the exercises seated. Ideally, the chair's got no arms, and you'll be sitting in that front half of it, so there's a little gap in the chair. You don't want those hips lower than the knees, okay? So they want to be even or a little bit higher, and we want these feet underneath the knees. Okay, so it's almost as if you're standing, really using these core muscles, but you're seated. You might want some light weights or some tins or 2 bottles of water, do the job really well, and you can empty them a little bit if you need to. But if you prefer to just use body weight, that's absolutely fine. Our main focus is for the heart and lungs, and also to mobilize those joints and just get the muscles moving. So it's more aerobic than looking at pure strength. So, have you got a nice clear space around you? Have you got a drink? Don't panic if you haven't, because we'll have a break and you can get one. So we had a good session on Tuesday, but I couldn't quite work out what I was doing. So we've gone back, we've got 12 exercises. We're going to run through them twice. What we are going to borrow from Tuesday is 15 seconds of walking between each exercise. And you can make this a very recovery type walk, okay, very small, but keeping your feet moving, or you can really go for it and make it part of your workout, okay? Right then, find that space. Let's start warming up. We're going to stand nice and tall. We're just going to relax those shoulders, and we're just going to start squeezing the shoulders up to the ears. We're going to relax those shoulders down. Good. So we're going to draw the shoulders up. We're going to relax the shoulders down. Excellent. So we're going to do this a couple of times. This is all about just trying to relax those shoulders. We carry a lot of tension in these shoulders, particularly if we've had a lot of pain. So let's see if we can just relax the shoulders away from the ears. We're going to lift the chest, so we're creating some space between the base of the pelvis and the top of the base of the ribs and the top of the pelvis. And we're just going to open out this chest. And once we're there, we've got to try and relax and soften those shoulders. So just let those arms hang. And then we're going to just see if we can take some little toe taps. So we're just going to start these legs moving, and we're going to see with this simple movement if we can keep those shoulders as relaxed and soft as you can. So while we're doing our workout, we're going to try and avoid taking the work into the shoulders. We're going to see if we can slide the shoulder blades down the back. Just let these arms relax a little bit, Okay, it doesn't mean you can't use the arms, but we're just going to see if we can allow the shoulders just to work as they're meant to. And then we're going to see if we can just take those little taps out to the side. So in the warm-up, we're going to start a little bit slower than we maybe would be doing the main section. And this is because we're going to ease into the workout. So we want to take your heart rate from its resting level to its working level. So it's a gradual movement. So we don't want to go too hard, too fast. Now let's take those heel digs forward. So I'm just going to place that heel on that floor in front of me. Just tap and bring it back in. So you may find you need a little bit of support. You may find you need to be doing this sitting down. But what we are going to think about, yes, you are right, my friends, that nice long spine. Okay. Whew. Christmas jumper's starting to feel a little bit warm already. Now, let's see if we can go back to those walks on the spot. So really nice and easy. Think about just picking your knees up gently in front of you, picking up the ball of the foot. Good. Now we're going to roll those shoulders up to the ears and back down. See if you can keep you moving at the same, feet moving. I can't speak today. Shall I just be quiet and just do it? Oh, it's that Friday feeling. So shoulders up to the ears and roll them back and down. One more time if you can, and relax. And then we're going to take those feet a little bit wider. We're going to come back to hip width apart. Good. So we're going to take those feet a little bit wider. Now let's steady those feet. Keep the knees a little bit soft. So what I mean by soft knees is just off lock. And we're going to tuck that bottom under, have that nice long chest. Now relax those arms by your side. Draw that tummy button in. And let's really, really nice and easily move into this side bend. And this is all about warming up the lower back. Good. So anyone who has a stiff lower back, I mean, I don't know anyone who doesn't over the age of 30, really. So it's a really nice movement to do just to get some movement in that lumbar, in that lower spine. Lovely. But what we don't want to do, because it is the back, is overdo it. All right, so we're going to come all the way up. We're going to walk those feet back in to about hip width apart. And then we're going to see if we can just steady the feet, take a little ankle mobility movement. So it's that heel toe action. That's it. Heel and toe. So see if you can find the same spot on the carpet or the floor, whatever you're exercising on. And then we're going to change feet. So you might find, balance-wise, you're standing on one leg for this one. So you might want to just hold on to something if you're not completely sure of your balance. And that's absolutely fine. And as you get more and more used to standing on one leg, you'll find you can start to let go. Brilliant. But don't if you're wobbling. And then we'll bring it in and we're going to come back a little bit wider than hip width apart. So again, remember that knee soft means just off lock, bottom in. We're going to just bring these arms underneath the chest. Now, this is all about a little bit of rotation, but we're going to imagine you've got headlights on your hip bones. So mine is shining straight onto you. And what I'm going to do is, as I gently twist my rib cage or from my upper body, the headlights are staying forwards. So we're not moving your hips. So all the movement is coming from this mid part of the spine. And what you'll find is the ribs get in the way. So don't worry if you're not moving very far. But we tend to lose mobility in this area because we tend to do that. We tend to move from here. So we're just going to get that little bit of movement just to help with lots of everyday activities. Then we're going to relax these arms down. Now this time we're going to let those hips go. And we're just going to allow those arms to become almost floppy. I can't ever work out whether the arms are heavy or weightless, but whatever it is, they're just nice and relaxed. And you're going to let that opposite heel come away from the floor to protect the knees. So this is a really nice movement, but it's not for everyone. And none of these actions you have to do. So if you find one or two don't suit you, just do something that does. Okay, that's the important thing. You know your body better than anyone. Now let's bring it back in. We're just going to go back to that walk on the spot, and we're going to start to step it up a little bit now, okay? So we're going to think about getting these arms moving a little bit more. So I've got a little angle at the elbow, and I'm going to push those elbows forwards and backwards. I'm going to try not to let them pull me forwards though. I'm going to lift that chest and I'm going to look straight ahead. So we're walking on the spot. And then we're going to just bring those feet down. We're going to come into those side taps again. And this time we're going to take them slightly bigger. But again, listen to your body. If your hips don't like that, if you have some sort of injury at the moment, keep the steps a little bit smaller, maybe go a little bit faster. So what we're going to do now is go a little bit faster, a little bit smaller. So we're going to tap to the side. We're going to go 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to tap behind, okay? So again, like we did with the side ones, we're going to take a slightly bigger tap and in. But again, listen to that body. If it doesn't suit you, don't worry about it. Lovely. We're going to tap behind, nice and controlled. And then we're going to go just a little bit faster. We're going to reduce the range. We're going to go 4, 3, good, 2, and 1. Okay, just bring it in. We're going to take that little pedal. Remember the jogger's walk we talk about? Nice little jogger's walk. So we're going to lift one heel at a time. Good work, guys. Now, shoulders are saying to me, come on, I want a bit more. So we're going to draw some circles with these elbows while we're taking this little pedal. Okay, that's great. And then we're going to see if we can bring the heels down. We're going to take that generous step behind us. We're going to press the heel of this back foot down towards the floor. Feel that little stretch and lengthening in the calf muscle. Bring it up. Walk it out. Walk it out. While we're walking it out, we're just going to push forwards for 3, 2, 1. We're going to bring it in. We're going to do the other foot. So press that heel down towards the floor. Nice and tall, shoulders relaxed. Heel at 6, 12 is the big toe. Bring it up. And then we're going to see if we can just lift those knees a little bit higher. So nice knee lifts. They don't have to come in any higher than hip level. They don't have to come as high as hip level. Just listen to what's going on there. But try and keep that nice strong trunk. Brilliant. Okay, let's bring it down. Let's walk it out. And we're going to think about these arms again. So we're going to go back to that chest press. We're going to push forwards as if you were pushing something away from you. We're going to take one more, and then we're going to turn those hands so the palms are facing the ceiling. Relax the shoulders. We're going to squeeze those elbows behind you as if we were rowing something, but we've got those palms turned up towards the ceiling. Superb. Okay, last one. Relax it down. We're going to see if we can just take that heel in front of us, sink down into that back of the thigh stretch. So go easy with this one. Basically, before our workout, we stretch, but it's very much about just taking those muscles to their full range so we don't injure you. When we finish, that's when we might decide to hold them a little bit longer. So we're coming out of that. We're going to see now if we can just push one hand up, bring it down. We're going to do the same on the other side. We're looking straight ahead. So imagine that you were stood against the wall and you're sliding that hand up the wall, only as far as your shoulders feel comfortable. And we're just going to gradually increase that range. We're going to go 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. We're going to bring it down, and then we're just going to bring these hands as if you were hugging a beach ball in towards you. We're going to tuck this bottom under, draw the tummy button in, drop that chin to the chest, push those hands away from the chest, and then we're going to open out this chest, bring those hands behind you, draw the shoulders away from the ears. So we're just getting a little stretch for that chest before we start, and then we're going to just let those arms swing. Take those little toe taps. Good work, guys. So we're starting to feel a little bit looser, I'm hoping. Yes, I'm sure we are. Now, let's see if we can bring these feet in. We're going to take them just a little bit wider apart. We're going to see if we can just pick up these heels behind you. Now, some of you will want to just do that backward tap rather than this. It all depends how your knees respond to this movement, but we can make it smaller. Now we're going to just take a little pulsing movement. So as if you were pushing something behind you, we're going to do 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Good work, guys. Good work. Now what we're going to do with those feet hip width apart, heels glued to the floor, we're going to just take a little mini squat. So as if you were just bending down to look at something in front of you, we're going to push into the heels. We're going to straighten the legs, squeeze the bottom. So we're going to do that again. And we might find that there's a natural point where that's it. We don't want to go any further, but we're just going to go a little bit further. Each time you might find you want to push those arms out to balance you out, but we keep those heels glued to the floor. One more, bring it up, walk it out. So we gradually moved into that. Excellent. All right, we're almost ready to go, guys. We just want to give you a little pat on the back. And me, I managed to not mess up my words for at least 2 minutes. Little pat on the back. And we're going to do that 2 more times on each side. So very much about being able to reach behind you, but we're not forcing it, which is why I'm getting us to do a few repetitions rather than forcing it. Okay? Keep those feet moving if you can. We're going to march it out. Now, let's take a punch. Let's take a punch. Let's take a punch up. Great stuff, guys. Take a punch forwards, to the side, forwards, and to the other side. Good. Forwards. And then we're going to relax these arms down. Just take a little tap. Now we're going to practice some side steps. So we're stepping with the outside of the foot. Remember, if we get any pain in the hips, keep the steps small. So we're going to step, bring that foot across. So there's lots of different ways of making this more challenging. We can add arm movement, whatever arm movement you like. Sometimes we add that one. We can make them faster. We can slow them down if we want to make them easier, and we can take the arm movement out. Okay, and there's also that range. So harder, and also you might want to step over stuff, but just listen to that body. See what you think. All right, we are warmed up. We are ready to go. So have a sip of water. If you need a comfort break, you've got about a minute. We're just going to walk it out. Keep the feet moving while you get ready. So you might need to move a layer. I'm just going to take this layer off. Who thought of Friday Christmas jumper? Whew, glad that's off. Right, we are ready. So when you're ready, find your nice safe space. Make sure you've got your chair to hand if you need it and your weights. Just take some little toe taps. We've got another 20 seconds before we actually get going. And we'll be starting with 45 seconds of our side taps and our lateral raise, which I call jacks. So I hope you like the music today. Are we ready? She says. Now, it may not be loud enough, but when I came up earlier, it was deafening. Now, start with those side taps, guys. We're going to do 45 seconds. If you want to work a little bit harder straight away, we're going to take that arm movement. I'll show you from the side. Good. Try not to take the arms too high. There's a little curve in the elbow, but we're not pushing over shoulder level. All right. You're cooking on gas. So you might just want to do the legs. Okay, that's fine. We're still working. So if we're thinking about intensity, we want to work fairly hard, but we don't want to work too hard, particularly if we've got joint pain. We want to pace ourselves, get to the end of the session, and be able to feel great tomorrow and the next day. So it's a learning curve, the pacing thing though. Right. 3, 2, 1. We're going to walk it out. Now, this could be a recovery walk. It could be a really active walk. Okay? Right, knee lifts. So we're just taking those knees up. Now, just make sure we're not leaning forwards or backwards. See if you can hold that strong trunk. Surprisingly challenging. Now, if we want to make it harder, We're going to take that opposite hand, opposite knee, but we're going to keep that strong trunk. If you're in any doubt about that lower back, just stay with the knee lifts, okay? Good. We can slow it down. Okay, we've got 5 seconds on these knee lifts. We're going to walk it out. 3, 2, 1. Okay. So it's up to you. If that breath's coming pretty fast, at the end of the 45 seconds, slow down the walk. If you think you can work harder, make the walk a little bit more active. Okay, kicks. So again, nice strong pull. We're just taking those kicks. We can take that opposite hand, opposite leg. You can take both arms if you like. Draw that tummy back away from the waistband of the trousers. Cooking on gas, guys. Now, if I'm going too fast, slow it down, okay? I tend to go with the beat, so with a slow beat, we're okay. Good. We're going to slow our one next. Brilliant, guys. Keep it up. Okay. We got 3, 2, 1. So remember that walking can be quite active. If walking doesn't work for you, just find something where you're moving your feet that you're happy with. So it could just be little taps, whatever you like. Okay. Feet a little bit wider. We're going to squeeze the heel towards the bottom. It's those hamstring curls. Do something different if this is uncomfortable. Now, if you want to work harder, we're going to add that row. You can have the palms facing down this time. Good. So we can make this a little bit more challenging by adding the arms. Good. We've got some big muscles working here. All right, 15 seconds to go. Okay, 10 seconds. Now, what on earth is coming after hamstring curls? Well, we've got the recovery walk. We've got some leg strength. Okay, walk it out. Good stuff. Now, if you need to just roll the shoulders, release any tension while you're walking, it's a good time to do it now. Now, squat position. So I'm going to start you with these squats like we did in the warm-up. If you can't do squats, I'm going to get you to use your chair. We're either going to do some full sit-to-stands, or we're going to do some mini sit-to-stands, so little hovers, just pushing into the heels. Now look at your knees, squats and sit-to-stands. Make sure they're not pushing in or wobbling. Try and control the movement of the knees. They just want to be nice and strong and stable. Good, 10 seconds to go, guys. Brilliant. So sit-to-stand is a really good option if squats don't work for you. Walk it out, guys. Okay. I'm really breathless today. Good. Right, now, backward lunge. Coming up. So really, it's just a tap behind. It's not a proper lunge. So we're going to tap behind. Now, you can have those arms if you like. Good. Now I'm going to go a little bit faster. But you can take the arms out. You can do some different arms if you prefer, slightly smaller. Good. God, the 45 seconds goes really fast. I like it. It's enough to make you work, but not enough to make you bored. So we got 10 seconds. Good work, guys. Nice relaxed shoulders. Good work. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're just going to move those feet. Try and keep those feet moving if you can. Now we're going to do some heel raises, some calf work. We're going to lift the heels up and down, okay? I've got a little challenge for you if you're up for it. Let's go. Up and down. Up. So we're using something to balance if we need it. If we don't need that balance, we're going to keep that strong trunk. We're going to see if we can take the side. See if we can take the arms forwards. Good. You might even find you can take the arms a little bit higher, but watch out you don't do that as the arms come up. So it's going to be core work. Draw that tummy button in. Don't let that belly push out. So don't let the belly go. Last couple. Last one. Good. Okay, walk it out. Fantastic, guys. We've got a different core work in the next round. Okay, so we're going to go press ups. You ready? Find that space on the wall. Now, my son was doing press ups this morning and he couldn't do them. The younger one, because his hands are here. Bring them to chest out. We're pushing away from the chest, not from by the head. Otherwise, you're going to feed it in the shoulders. So, elbows in that arrow shape. It's that arrow shape. Good. Let's do it. Okay, we just got a couple more. Don't forget to breathe out, guys. We don't want to hold your breath. And walk it out. Shake those arms. So keep those feet moving. Whew. Wow. Brilliant. Now we're going to do some side steps. So again, just make sure you got the space. Are we ready? I couldn't leave this one out of the playlist. All right, off we go. Now I'm going to add some arms. I like the window cleaning. Good. But you can do whatever you like. I know some people like the lateral raise to the side. Now with the window cleaning, the windows could be low, so the shoulders don't like that high work. You can keep it down here, but keep sliding those shoulder blades down the back. Keep that chest open. Don't be tempted to lean forwards. Bottom in. Okay. Oh gosh, we've only got 5 seconds on this one. 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk it out. Brilliant, guys. You are on fire today. I can feel it. Now, and the sun's come out. We have got march and punch. Punch. So if you can, we're going to go forwards, backwards. Good. Forwards. You might want to stay on the spot for a few. We're going to go backwards, or just stay on the spot. On the spot. Forward. Make sure you're not going to walk backwards into anything. It's easy for me because I've always got a mirror in front of me. Good. Only a few more seconds on this. Keep those shoulders as relaxed as you can. Try not to tense them up. They're working, but we don't want them up near the ears. And walk it out. Shake it. All right. We're going to do something with our weights, if you like. We're going to take the weights or no weights. We're going to do a bicep curl. Okay, we're going to be nice and controlled. Tap and in. Tap and in. Good. So the bicep curl, these elbows are in. Good. Fantastic, guys. You've got it. So we're really nice little bicep curl. So we're working the arms, giving you some arm strength. We did the back of the arms with the press ups. So this is the front, but at the same time, we're keeping those big muscles moving. Good. Fantastic, guys. Okay, we're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk it out. You can put those weights down. Brilliant. Okay, you are doing amazingly. One last exercise, and we're going to have a bit of recovery, a bit of a drink. So, 1 foot firmly on the floor. You might want to hold on to something. We're going to tap forwards with the right heel, tap back with the right heel. Forwards and back. Long spine. Knee nice and strong. That's good. change that leg. So I'm going to balance on this leg, hold on to something just to get it right. Now, if this doesn't work for you, just choose something you liked in the previous exercises. Okay? Remember, you don't have to do anything, or you can just walk it out. Brilliant. Nice and strong. Strong trot. Push that heel down into the floor of the supporting leg. 3, 2, 1. Walk it out. Great work, guys. Great work. Okay, let's have a drink. It's actually, well, I think it's just me that's warm. The heating's worked up here for the first time in about 2 years, thanks to Martin O'Connor and his brilliant, brilliant team. Okay, so we are just going to keep the feet moving. We're going to keep the feet moving. Have a little bit of water. Notice if anything sort of doesn't feel great and think, what might that have been? I might just, change it slightly, make it smaller in the next section. Okay, otherwise, are you ready for the next? Ready to go? All right, let's do it. We're going to start with those jacks. Okay, are we ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, so we're jacking, nice relaxed shoulders. Oh, it's the Christmas song. Okay, so we'll just keep jacking in the slow bit. Good, remember we can take the arms out, but keep the shoulders nice and relaxed. Good. Okay. Nice and rhythmic, nice and easy. Find your pace. If my pace is wrong, you do what's right for you, okay? All right, we've got 5 seconds of this. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. All right, walk it out, guys. So it can be. I'm going a bit too fast. Good. Right, you bring in those arms. Keep that trunk really nice and strong. Draw that tummy button just gently away from the waistband. If you pull it too tight, you won't be able to keep it up. So about 30% of your maximum. Brilliant. We call it belt notch 3 in Pilates. Good. Now, smile. Even the people that don't like Christmas music, you've got to smile. It's an order. Okay. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Walk it out. Relax your shoulders. Good. You're on your way, guys. Okay, kicks next. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Actually, this works well with the music. I'm going to take the arms out. If you want to wind the arms, it's an opposite hand or both hands or whatever you like. You know, bicep curl if you like. Good. Try not to lock those knees out. Snap them. Nice long body. Beautiful. Looking good. Okay. We've got a few more seconds of this. We're going to walk it out, listening to your breathing. 3, 2, 1. Walk it out. Ooh, so if you got a bit carried away with the kicks, just calm the walking down a little bit. Remember, you can just walk on the spot at any time. You can sit and walk at any time. Good. All right, so we're going to take this feet a little bit wider. We're going to take our hamstring curls. So watch me don't arch that back when we do this. You may need to make the movement a bit smaller. Good. Now I'm going to add a little row. So this makes it particularly challenging. Good. But all good. And listening to that breathing. Good. So if that's too much, just maybe take it down and tap behind, okay? Brilliant. As long as we're moving, that is the key. You can do it standing, seated. We tend to overcomplicate things. There's no wrong in movement and exercise, only lots of rights. Good. In fact, we tend to beat ourselves up a lot about what we haven't done instead of applauding what we have done. So make it really positive. Make your movement positive. Now, we're going to take that squat position. So remember, your feet are almost like the important thing here. We want them sort of 12-ish or 1 and 11. And we're going to sit down into those heels, push back up. Sit down into those heels. Don't be tempted to go too far and lose control of the knee joint. Okay, so we're working all the muscles in the thighs, the glutes. Good, we're looking at the back. Brilliant. Superb, guys. Okay. Really squeeze that bottom on the way up. Let's just check that we all know where we're going here. Good. So we've just got a couple more. Have you got 3 more? Okay, let's go down, push up into the heels. Breathe out. Try not to hold that breath. If you got 1 more, great, but don't worry if you haven't. Walk it out. Fantastic. Okay, I didn't realize I added this to the list. Now, we're going to go for those backward lunges. Now, we want to keep that strong core here so we're not overarching the back. So draw that tummy button in, and then we're going to push those hands forward. Off we go. Good. I'm just gonna forward this a little bit. There we go. It reminds me of a job I had in Western Superman. Don't worry, I like Western Superman. Just, we had to do something with that song. Good, so we've got the taps behind. Relax the shoulders, nice strong core, long trunk. 10 seconds to go, guys. Fantastic, you're doing a great job. Okay, are we ready to walk it out? Good. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to do a little bit of rotation. So go easy if you know that this isn't great for you. Maybe pick something else or walk on the spot. If we're okay, we're just going to soften those knees, tuck that bottom in, bring that tin in nice and close, okay? And all we're going to do is as if we're going to give the tin to someone on the side of us. We're going to take it back. We're going to give that tin to someone else. Now, I want you to wiggle your toes at the same time. Okay, wiggle your toes at the same time. Brilliant. So we're just rotating. Now, if you prefer to take it with the hips, that's okay? But if you can, brilliant. So we're just giving that tin to someone on the side. Superb, guys. So we're just taking it. All right, we've just got a couple more of these. And then we're just going to walk it out. Great stuff. All right, to the wall for our press-ups. So remember, elbows lower than the shoulders. Let's see what we've got. I got to get you into my life. Good work, guys. Let's have a look at those press-ups. Yes. Don't forget to keep that little orange between your chin and the chest. That's looking good. Slide those shoulder blades down the back towards your bottom. Last couple. And let's walk it out. Let's walk it out again. Okay. Side steps. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to start off slower. Quieter. Good. I'm going to add my arms, but you can take the arms out if you like. Good. Keep that really nice long trunk. Relax shoulders. This reminds me of the fun days the town I grew up in. Abergavenny, if you're wondering. Okay. That's great, guys. Remember, if that breathing comes too fast, just take the arms out, stay with the leg steps, maybe slow it down. Good. We're going to do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, walk it out. Brilliant. Okay, we're going to come into that march and a punch next. So if you feel comfortable moving forwards and backwards, great. Otherwise, just punch on the spot, okay? Off we go. I'm going to come forwards for 4, on the spot for 4. I'm going to go back for 4, on the spot for 4. Good. Forwards. On the spot. Backwards. Brilliant, guys. Forwards. We're almost there. Good. On the spot. Let's stay on the spot. Just in a few more seconds now. Let's punch. Push those fists forwards. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now, we're going to get those little tins again. We did bicep curls last time. What we're going to do now is upright rows. So we're going to turn the palms so they're facing you. Shoulders down, away from the ears. We're going to upright row, tap to the side and in. If the taps don't work, just walk on the spot. Good. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Lovely. Breathing out. Breathing in. Brilliant. Okay, this is fantastic, guys. So we're keeping that chest lifted. We're looking straight ahead. Nice, strong elbows, strong trunk. So this is actually working the biceps, but more working the upper back muscles. So great to help you stand, sit, walk, tall. Good. Oh, shaky. Okay, we can put the tins down. Lovely. Okay, let's do some more side steps. Now we're just going to do small ones. And then we can make them a little bit bigger. Okay. All right. We can't do strength work with shaky playing. Little side steps. Good. Now we're going to add a chest press. Take the arms out if you need to. Okay, lose the arms. So, you can make these steps smaller if you like. You can walk on the spot. Let's add those windows. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Lovely. It's a bit more than 45 seconds. I don't want to turn them off. Okay, brilliant, guys. Just a couple more with these arms. Okay, we're going to walk it out. Ready? Fantastic. So, it's only 2 weeks. I'm allowed to play some Shakin' Stevens. Mum, Joe. I had some emails back. And like this, Christmas music would be lovely. Apart from old Scrooge yourself. You watch it. Okay, now, few backward taps. We're going to add that forward raise. I've gone off piece now, guys. We have actually almost finished, okay? So we're just going to do 30 seconds of these, then we're going to lose the arms. Good work. Okay, lose the arms. Good. Relax those arms. Okay, just slow it down. Now I know he's going to go into a bit of an instrumental, so I'm just going to turn it down. Well done, everybody. Okay. All right, that was fantastic. Really good fun. Really good workout. Lots of muscles used, lots of core stability work going on. So when we talk about core stability, it's just your ability to sort of balance out your trunk while you're challenging it with the arms and leg movement. So brilliant. So get a little sip of water if you need one, and we're going to cool it down. So the most important thing with the cool down is to keep your feet moving. And keep hitting the wrong pause button. Keep your feet moving. So we talked about that line with the heart rate and the sort of movement size gradually building in the warm-up. The main section, we want it about there. So we want to maintain sort of an average heart rate. It's a bit higher than normal. And then we need to gradually bring it down. Now, if we just stop there, that's when sort of things happen. Okay, you might feel ill, you might feel dizzy, and that's when you might start thinking, oh, well, maybe exercise isn't good for me. It always is. It always is. But that pacing yourself and then warming up, cooling down makes all the difference. And I don't know why I'm saying this because I'm preaching to the converted. Well done, guys. Okay, let's see if we can take those little heel digs in front. So just tapping, breathing out, breathing in, and just maybe start to roll those shoulders nice and easy. So we want to really release tension, slide the shoulders away from the ears. Okay, so has anyone got that Friday the 11th feeling? I think I have. Used to have it when we did the classes in the leisure centre, and I have it now. So think of something really fun to do to mark the fact that it's Friday. Well, within reason, obviously. It could be something as wild and crazy as wiping down the skirting board or washing the windows for real, but hopefully you can think of something that will be lovely and that you can treat yourself with. I don't know, nice bath or a movie. Okay, nice walk if it stops raining, which seems to have done. Let's just take these feet a little bit wider apart. We're going to think about just that shoulder roll, but we're going to take it a little bit bigger. So you might need to make a bend in the elbow because we're going to basically draw some circles, leading with that thumb, bringing that arm slowly behind you. So you might need to take it wider and lower, okay? Depends how your shoulder feels. Also, just be careful of any sort of lamps or ornaments around you. Good. I'm sort of spoiled, really. Now we've got an empty room here with only the snowman for company. Now, just move those feet gently, and we're going to take those slow elbow circles. So notice, as the elbows come back, you can almost feel this chest opening up, okay? A little stretch across the chest. So what we're going to do is just open out those arms, relax the shoulders away from the ears, and just flex those hands a little bit, okay? And then bring it back. We're going to do that upper back stretch like we did in the warm-up. So drop that chin to the chest, relax the shoulders, tuck that tummy in, and push those hands away from center. And then we're going to bring it in. And then we'll just gently walk it out. Gently, gently walk it out. While we're moving those feet, we just walk this hand over the shoulder, and then we can steady the feet. Just draw that tummy button in again, lift the chest, gently push that elbow towards the ceiling. So when we're doing this, it's tempting to look down. See if you can keep the chest lifted, just look straight ahead. And then we're going to reach with this arm, only if you can. So if you can't, just do the stretch like this instead. If you can, we're just going to come into that side bend with that arm raised. Good. Breathe out. And then breathe in. Good. And then we'll just shake it out. Move the feet. Okay. And then we'll do the other side. So we're going to walk that hand over the shoulder. Steady those feet. Think about that nice long spine. Chin drawn to the back of the neck. And we can just assist this stretch now by using a little bit of force from the other arm. And then make sure we're breathing. Breathing out. Breathing in. We're just going to relax that arm, relax the shoulder, lift that rib cage. Good. And then we're going to bring it back, bring it down. And again, just release any tension that might have built there. Super, super duper. So I'm going to just go back to those little taps behind us. We're going to do 2 stretches now. We're going to do a calf stretch, and then we're going to do a hip flexor stretch. So if we sit down a lot, these muscles here, they do get tight, particularly if our hips are lower than our knees. So have a think about that in day to day. You know, if you do get sort of areas here that's sore, try and get up, you know, at least, you know, for 10 minutes or 5 minutes, at least every hour. I think the advice is maybe a bit more, half hour, and just have a little move around. Now, what we're going to do, we're just going to press the heel of this back foot down towards the floor. So we've got that nice long leg, the feet are hip width apart, and the chest is lifted. You can lean against that wall if you need. And then we're going to change sides. So just walk it out. We're going to change sides. Good. I'm keeping the calf stretches quite basic today because I've got a couple of other stretches I want to do. Okay, but sometimes we bring in that lower calf stretch. Okay, if anyone's getting problems with things like plantar fasciitis, anything like that, Achilles trouble, just drop me an email and I'll just send you some pictures of the 2 really important stretches for it. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to just take the feet a little bit wider. Now, we're going to stretch the inner thigh. So if you haven't done this before, I want you to go easy. Okay, I don't want you to overdo it because we've got plenty of time for that. Let's use this as a sort of learning curve. We're going to turn this foot away from center and we're going to bend the knee in line with the big toe. This toe almost needs to be pointing towards 11 o'clock on that clock face, but 12 at the least, okay? And all we're going to do is bend that knee till we get this stretch down the inner thigh. Nice long body, so you can feel that stretch. Now you can increase the stretch by adding that side bend, but go easy, okay? Breathe out, come back up, and then we'll do the same. So wiggle those toes. We're going to turn that one in and that one out, okay? And again, yeah, 12 o'clock does it fine, to be honest with you. I think I was being a bit picky about 11. All right, that's good. And of course, we can add that extra if you need to. I mean, I can feel this is tight, so I don't need to, okay? Only add the extra once you get more flexible. So we're going to come up and then we're just going to turn these heels in. It's not so easy on carpet. And we just move those feet a little bit. Good. All right. Let's bring these hands around to the base of the spine. Just relax the shoulders away from the ears. And then we're going to lift the chest and just squeeze the elbows together. Draw those shoulder blades together. Okay. So we're stretching out the chest muscles, which get, again, very tight, like the hip flexors with our modern way of life, driving, computer, writing. And then we're going to release, really release. So how are we feeling? We're almost there, you'll be pleased to know. Almost there. So let's try that hip flexor stretch. So it's like the calf stretch. We'll need something to hold on to. The wall should be fine. But we're going to I'll come forwards a bit so you can see. We're going to take that step behind as if we were going to press the heel to the floor. But this time, we're actually going to just keep the heel off the floor. We're going to bend this back knee slightly, just in line with the hip. And then we're going to lift the chest just till we get this little stretch here, okay? If you don't feel it, don't worry too much, but next time maybe go a little bit further with that back foot. Bring it in, come here, and we'll do the same on the other side. So actually what really works is this: if you lean forwards a little bit when you step back, and then when we bend that knee and lift the chest, you really get that stretch. Breathe out, guys, breathe out. Look straight ahead, and we're going to bring it in. Lovely. Okay, so I'm just going to see if we can reach up, take a nice big stretch up, draw those shoulder blades down the back, just draw those arms backwards, breathe out. Lovely. So we'll stretch out those quadricep muscles. So we've got some support. We've got level 1, okay, just bending the knee. Remember, you can use that chair to help with that stretch if you need to. Sometimes you can wrap a towel or a band, and of course we can hold on to the back of the trouser leg, back of the trainer. And then we'll release, and we're going to change sides. So what I like to do is bring that knee up and then bring it through and then lift the chest, just gently tuck that bottom under. Or think about pushing the hip of that bent leg forward slightly. And then we'll release. Okay, we are done. So what I'm going to do is just finish off with a little stretch for the neck. We're going to think about taking a breath in through the nose and then really pushing that breath out through the mouth. So we're going to breathe in. We're going to breathe out. And we're going to breathe in. And on that last breath out, we're going to relax the arms down by your side, relax the shoulders. We're going to look towards your shoulder. We're going to take this hand and gently, gently place it on the crown of the head. Very gently draw that head so you're looking towards the hip on the same side. And then very, very gently release. Good. And then we'll just move the feet a little bit just to stop you getting dizzy. Relax again. Relax the neck, the face. Breathe out. And as you're breathing out, look towards that shoulder. Take the hand, gently draw that head so we're looking towards the hip. Good. And release. And then we'll just give those feet a little shake. Give those arms a little shake. Give the legs a little shake. Have a wiggle on. Brilliant. You are done. So what I would say is make sure you get some water if you haven't had any already, or a cup of tea, whatever will rehydrate you. Brilliant session. I could feel you working really well. So thank you for joining me, Diolch. And I'll see you for a similar sort of class on Tuesday. All right. So take care this weekend and stay very safe. Bye-bye.